Welcome to the Hive in Atlanta, Georgia, for tonight's Monday Night Football game between the Las Vegas Fury and the Atlanta Swarm, Week 8 in the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music. Alongside Jared Willis and Stephen Mullinex, I'm Cameron Irvine. How you doing, Stephen?
Cam, a little bit under the weather, me and Mark Dunhill and Mr. Chisholm there. We got a little bit of a taste of hot Atlanta last night, so we are a little worse for wear right now, but glad to be here, and let's see if that has any effect on this Atlanta quarterback tonight. Ooh, we were partying.
Well, at least we didn't get the Sioux Falls assignment. It felt like negative 22 there yesterday. We are in the cozy comforts of the Hive, and Atlanta really needing a win. We'll get Stephen's keys to the game in a moment, but for now, let's head down to the field for the coin toss. Las Vegas will pick tails. Vegas in their traditional road uniforms. It is tails, and Vegas will defer to the second half. Stephen, your keys to the game, please.
Yeah, the game plan for this one is really easy on both sides. Stop these all-pro running backs. BDG Hollywood for Atlanta and Robert Redford, the natural, for Las Vegas. Their offense runs through these backs. If you can stop them, then you can press these passing games into throwing turnovers and get those precious takeaways. Both of these teams have been struggling with turnovers this season. That'll be key in tonight's matchup.
We're all set. Vegas has the ball on the tee and the hand in the air. Monday Night Football on YouTube. Vegas, kick it. We're underway. This a deep kick to the goal line, being returned by Walker out to the 16, and a nice hit by Merrick Atera. Already getting it done on special teams. Sets up Marcus Dunhill with poor field position as Atlanta coming out, and they're all bright blues tonight.
Yeah, and their Week 7 matchup against Sioux Falls, tough place to go into and get a win. They were actually in that game right through the fourth quarter, lost right there at the end. So this Atlanta team is better than a lot of people think.
2-5 Swarm, 3-3 Fury. Very critical game here in week number 8 as Dunhill will start off with a pass. A corner blitz! And the pass is incomplete. That was Itera coming on a blitz, Stephen. You don't see that often in the SFL, but that was very effective.
Yeah, especially if you got a guy that's a special teams demon like this guy is. He's got the speed to blaze on those blitzes. A bit of a delayed blitz, actually, Cam. And Dunhill just taking too much time in the pocket, something that has plagued him all season.
Second down and 10 coming up for the Swarm. 4 wide receivers. And a 3-2 dime look for the Fury defensively. This is Dunhill handing off to Hollywood, and BDG Hollywood will break through a tackle and pick up 6 yards to the 23.
And Cam, these running backs, so important to these offenses. They must have a good game in order to open up those passing lanes. Both of these teams like to throw the ball deep. They like to risk it for the biscuit. They'll throw it deep on you, but they have to establish the running game first.
Third down and 4, 2 receivers off the left side, and they got a lot of space out there. Dunhill going to fire right side, and it's intercepted. And Dunhill may want that one back because it looked like he had a lot of room on the other side of the field, but Rahman Jr. going to get the pick.
Cam, that's Dunhill's 27th interception on the season, and that's only through 7 games so far. This is a guy, and one of the reasons, Cam, it's not just because of his poor completion percentage, which is 58%, but also his receivers have been failing him. There have been a lot of drop passes there, just a poor decision.
Looking for Wooding, who has been a stellar pick, the 9th pick of the draft, but forced that one in there, and Atlanta, who seemed to have control of the game in Sioux Falls last week, and then gave it away in the fourth quarter. Not a good start there. 1st and 10 at the Swarm 23. This is Rahman handing off to Robert Redford. Breaks a tackle. Redford 10 down to the 7-yard line. Robert Redford off to a good start. The tackle made by Bushido Brown.
Cam, very rarely in this league have we seen the combination that Robert Redford brings to the field. The power and the speed, the combo. The guy might be the fastest player in the SFL.
2 backs and 2 receivers. Handoff goes to Redford inside the 5. Touchdown for Las Vegas. It did not take long, and the Fury capitalized fully off of the Dunhill interception.
And if you're the Swarm, you have to be worried. Colin Hart for Sioux Falls last week torched this team and this defense, and now we're seeing Robert Redford do the same thing. Atlanta's at home, so they'll bounce back surely, but just not a way you wanted to start the game.
So the extra point will come from Matt Rage, the Fury kicker. This Las Vegas team very good on special teams. The drive started with an Itera tackle way back at the 16-yard line to put Atlanta in the hole. The extra point is good, and Vegas has an early 7-0 lead, just 1 minute and 8 seconds in. The elsewhere around the SFL, the night of action, San Francisco and St. Louis playing in Missouri, and Vancouver hosting Queen City. So we'll keep an eye on those scores. Download the ScoreStream app if you have never done so. It is a beautiful thing. Up-to-date scores from around the league. Thanks to EJ DeQ of the Tallahassee Pride for always being on top of that. Most nights when I'm not around to give him a break. Walker returns it up to the 23-yard line, and Atlanta's got to shake off the early jitters.
This plays right into the Fury defense's hand. This secondary is legendary here in Las Vegas. Some very talented guys, and they want to press this Atlanta Swarm offense to pass.
They start empty backfield, 4 wide, 3 to the right side for Dunhill against a 4-man rush. Dunhill, plenty of time, floats one underneath. Pretty ball, gain of 6 yards to the 29 as he lays it in there softly for Anach Malcolm.
Yeah, think of Marcus Dunhill, the quarterback for Atlanta. Think of him very much like a Brett Favre. You know, he's going to, especially early in Favre's career, he's going to take some chances and do some things that make you scratch your head, and then he's going to make plays that are going to make the top 10.
2 backs and 2 receivers on a 2nd down and 4. They ran it on 2nd down on their first drive. Going to throw it here. Dunhill in some trouble off his back foot. Nearly threw an interception. Tipped around and incomplete. Dunhill getting a little happy feet in the pocket. Had some time, but felt it breaking down, and nearly another interception will set up a 3rd and 4.
Well, the Swarm clearly feeling the pressure, not looking to their most reliable weapon, BDG Hollywood. Instead, 2 straight passing plays, and I think they're going to be forced to pass here on 3rd and 4.
Hollywood is off to the right of Dunhill. 7 in the box here for Vegas, showing pressure off the right side. They bring 4 and actually come from the left, and that pass knocked away. Max Jackson there. It took too long to get the ball out to Siege Falco, and Atlanta will go 3 and out. Still no first downs on 6 plays.
Yeah, the situational awareness here is just off. Clearly, they're in what looks to be kind of a run set, and nobody's getting fooled by that. They know they want to pass at this point in that situation, and the defense was prepared for it.
So Atlanta will have to punt it away. Their punter, Otis Jenkins, 6'1", 204. And Max Jackson back to return, an always dangerous returner, although he has not been as lethal this season as he was last. From the 33-yard line, Jackson doubled up at the 36. It was going to be tough to squeeze through there. And for the first time tonight, the Fury will be set up with a long field.
And an opportunity to really see maybe if Rahman can get involved in this game now. You've got Redford going. Now let's start to mix in the passing game. The passing game doesn't have to win you this game, Cam. Redford can do that at this point. Can the passing game just make those short plays complete?
8:57 to go in the first quarter. Just getting underway here on Monday Night Football. Rahman back to pass as an open out route and hits John Blades, who knocks over Boo Chisholm on the sideline. He's like, why you got to do that, man? 4-yard gain.
Yeah, rubbing a little salt in there. But his momentum was taking Blades out anyway, so probably no disrespect meant. But where the disrespect is happening is here early on the field.
Chat shoutouts, Damon Simeon, Sultan, LSCG, too many consonants. Robert Wright, Tom Rahman, Ashley Jackson, Charles Doherty, Joshua Williams, John Bond, Multi Apples, and many others as Redford gets just a couple on that carry. They shut him down a little bit better on his second or third, rather, touch of the ball.
Yeah, and that's what Atlanta needs to do. They need to get on Redford, make him stop short on these 3rd down attempts, make Rahman throw the ball, and hope he makes a mistake.
Qantas Shine, there he is, a legend likely in either the next Hall of Fame class or sometime in the next couple. Rahman on third down hits a dart to Brett Funk for a first down to the Atlanta 36-yard line. That's a gain of 22. What a laser.
Yeah, and give a lot of credit to this offensive line, able to give their quarterback Rahman enough time to get this ball on the slant route right in between the zone. Just an easy pitch and catch, but he needed time in the pocket to do so. Got it from the big uglies up front.
Tackle made by Josh Vasquez, and here comes the Fury again. Their offense looking pretty sharp. Atlanta's defense actually did a pretty nice job on Sioux Falls for most of that game. They were set up with a lot of short fields late. Rahman against a blitz from Shine, and the pass is knocked away. They left Patrick Ketsa all alone with John Blades, and he delivered.
Well, this is Vegas's type of offense, Cam. We saw success from Redford on that first series, and now we're seeing this Las Vegas team take more chances in the passing game as this Atlanta defense plays up to stop the run.
2nd and 10 at the 36. 7:39 to go in the first. Out of the shotgun for the first time tonight. Rahman with 3 receivers. Blades to the bottom of the screen, back to pass against the 5-man rush. Rahman dumps it off wide open to the 16-yard line. Rahman stepping up in the pocket and finding his tight end, Randy Pofo.
Cam, this is all about Rahman's movement in the pocket, able to make that little adjustment to step up, feels the pressure, and throws it on the run with accuracy. Something a lot of quarterbacks here in the SFL struggle with.
So Rahman now 3 of 4 for 46 yards. He is looking sharp early. Redford 3 carries, 25 yards. Jared Willis perfectly tracking the running back stats and everything else so far tonight. Appreciate all of our live stats team as always. In the red zone, Vegas at the 16. Fires out 2, Blades on and out. Again, picks up 3.5 maybe. We'll call it officially 3 to the 12-yard line.
A lot of confidence early here from Rahman in the passing game. But, Cam, I still would like to see Redford a little bit more involved. He got you that touchdown on the previous series. This is an opportunity right here at the Atlanta's 12-yard line for me and him to maybe go in for another 6.
2nd and 7 at the 12. 6:53 to go in the first. Hand off to Redford. No gain on the play. And that's a really nice tackle there made by, that's Aaron Lee, who, man, 5th season now in the SFL. He is one of the more underrated veterans in this league.
Yeah, does a great job of getting that ankle tackle on one of the hardest running backs to bring down here in the SFL.
3rd and 7, big 3rd down here. Atlanta looking for a stop. They got press coverage on 5 receivers at the line. Rahman is in trouble, and Rahman going to be sacked. They brought 5 again, and Atlanta finally able to get to Rahman and bring him down. That is Joshua Williams on the sack.
And that's his 4th sack on the season, but that was all about the coverage. Just a perfect defensive play called by the Atlanta's defensive coordinator. And you know, it's tough to throw in the red zone here in the SFL.
This a 38-yard field goal should be easy enough for Rage. Nearly blocked, and the kick is good from Rage. So Vegas, 2 possessions, 2 scores. They got to feel good about that. Their offense is always hit and miss. When they are hitting, they are red fire sharp.
Yeah, and the Vegas needs to keep putting these points on. They are playing, you know, one of these precious road games they need to come away with. And they've been winning at home, struggling on the road, so really an important one to come away with here for Las Vegas.
Kick is away, 10-0 early, 5:51 first quarter. This from the goal line is Walker to the 23, and a note to Las Vegas's offense. They are the 21st passing offense in the league, just 195 yards, so off to a really strong start here tonight. 4 of 5, 49 yards for Rahman. 1st and 10 at the 23. 5:47 to go in the first. 3 receivers for Dunhill out of the gun. Hollywood's gotten 1 carry for 7 yards. Dunhill back to pass. 4-man rush going long. 1-on-1 coverage. And that pass caught by Wooding. He just reacted sooner than Itera did to the football. And Atlanta's got their first move of the chains of the night.
Well, Cam, can you get mossed by a tight end? Because that's exactly what happened there. 6'6", 255, going up in the air like Michael Jordan, coming down with it, making a much-needed catch, giving this Swarm a critical first down.
1st and 10 at the 41. Atlanta trying to get moving now. Hollywood off the right side, 2 receivers. That's Falco towards the league on the SFL scoreboard. That pass caught by Falco. Tackled by Jackson, pickup of 7. But Atlanta's starting to pick up a rhythm now. Dunhill 3 of 5.
Well, they've got a nice combination, the Atlanta Swarm do, of Falco, the wide receiver, and Wooding, the tight end. Both of them have 6 touchdowns apiece. Falco nearing that all-precious 1,000-yard receiving mark, 841 coming into this game.
Offside, first MeUndies laundry on the field. Hollywood made a man miss and got the first down to the 40. That was Fats Johnson who was out there and had a chance at Hollywood, and he was sort of stunned, I think, that Hollywood ran right past him.
Yeah, I actually had an opportunity to go out to eat with Fats Johnson recently. He actually ordered 2 number 2s, 2 number 3s, number 4, and 2 Diet Cokes, and then looked at me and said, "What do you want?"
Wow. God, I'm surprised he didn't put the kitchen out of service temporarily while he made some more food. If that's what he got.
Yeah, well, apparently he goes there a lot because they had it already ready.
Oh, man. All right, well, good on them, I guess. 4:27 to go in the first quarter. First down at the Vegas 40. Handoff to Hollywood running left. And Hollywood spun into a tackle, unfortunately, had some room on the outside. Picks up 4 on that play. MeUndies are the world's most comfortable underwear. Visit MeUndies.com/SimulationFL for 15% off your purchase, which will help support the SFL through our partnership. Give the gift of comfort with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, free shipping and returns, signature soft and stretchy MeUndies. 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line for Dunhill. He's in trouble, but gets it away just in time to Falco. A little bit out ahead of Siege, but he's able to make the catch for a first down to the 22-yard line. Pretty play.
Yeah, Cam, actually surprised the receiver was able to bring that ball in. Just great concentration there by Falco. As a lot of pressure on Dunhill, and as you mentioned, Falco had to reach out to grab that one. Just barely finger-tipped it in, but got it in and get them knocking on the door of the red zone now.
It's a really nice drive from Atlanta despite the slow start. 3.5 to go in the first. Look at this box for Las Vegas. 9 players in the box. They hand it off to Hollywood, and Hollywood goes nowhere. Surprised Dunhill didn't check out of that one.
Yeah, Cam, you're right. A fade route, a nicely placed fade route there. That might have been a score, but you know, Vegas is coming in playing the right way. They are playing to stop the run. They don't trust Dunhill deep. They think they can take the ball away.
Shout out to Crepto the Fire Brick Creeper. That's got to be the most unique username I've seen in the YouTube chat rooms as Hollywood picks up nothing. Nice tackle by St. John. Another San Francisco defect.
Yeah, Cam really able just to beat his defender one-on-one and then get those massive paws on BDG Hollywood and bring him down. A tough task for any defender.
Empty backfield, 5 wide on a 3rd down and 10. The Swarm would hate to stall out here. 2.5 to go in the first. Vegas brings 4. Dunhill dumps it off short of the sticks. And that's Walker, 4 yards short. It looked like Stephen Hollywood may have been a little bit open right at the sticks at the top of the screen. What did you see?
Yeah, I agree with you, Cam. Just a matter of poor vision, something Dunhill in his 2nd season has been struggling with.
Well, either way, Dunhill got him down the field. 6 of 8, 58 yards, and 6 of 7 since the interception on the first throw. So Dunhill shaking off some of the cobwebs early, got his team into scoring position. This field goal for Atlanta is good from 32 yards away, and the Swarm are on the board. Nice answer after falling down by double digits.
Yeah, Cam, it wasn't always pretty, a bit of dink and dunk down the field, but it got the job done, and I think this is what Atlanta is going to have to do if they want to get themselves back into this game.
So 1 possession game now, 1:53 to go in the first quarter. Settle in. Monday Night Football on YouTube. Jamal Wooding in the chat. Joshua Williams, who has a sack, also in the chat. Atlanta repping tonight on a beautiful Monday night inside the Hive. From the 10-yard line, this is Max Jackson on the return, and Jackson up to only the 26-yard line. Really good tackle by the defensive tackle, Anthony Ruckus, on special teams.
Well, Jackson was the best special teams returner in the SFL last season. Had a whopping 4 kick returns for touchdowns. This season, though, not the same player. No kickoff returns for touchdowns so far. Really kind of missing his spark.
First and 10 at the 27. Shotgun split backs in the nickel package for Atlanta to counter. Rahman gonna throw. Rahman holds, fires, caught just short of the first down, but a 9-yard pickup. That's Marion Corbetti. Time for a Score Stream scoreboard update from around the league. San Francisco leading St. Louis 7-0 in the first quarter. And how about this, Stephen? Vancouver 14, Queen City Zippo in the first.
Wow. Yeah, you know, that's a giant to try and tackle. The 4-time champion Queen City Corsairs. If you can get a win against them, you're really doing something.
2nd and 1 of the 36, handoff. Redford tackled by Lee, and he prevented him from getting the first down. That was a heck of a wrap-up tackler for the strong safety.
Well, we've seen these two go head-to-head in a previous series, and Lee has been winning that battle. Precious 3rd and 1 here. I'm still going to my money man, though, to cross Hollywood Boulevard. I'm going with Robert Redford.
2 backs and 2 receivers. Handoff Redford, called his number and got it done. Shine on the tackle, but moves the chains. Pickup of 3 to the 38-yard line. Still coming down off of that high from last night. Dallas and Mexico City. What a wild game that was. Took a break at halftime. Just
for the first time in a long time.
Just totally exhausted. That was a crazy game. Handoff to Redford. Redford got dragged down by the horse collar. What was that, Stephen? Aaron Lee out for blood tonight.
Yeah, clearly there is something happening between these two. A lot of jawing, a lot of contact, and horse collaring is not illegal here in this league. We see it happen rarely, but we do see it happen.
End of the first quarter, Aaron Lee playing the Fury tough, but Las Vegas has the current lead. It's 10-3 on the SFL Network on YouTube, presented by APM Music, and we keep it right here. Cam, Steve, Jared with you here tonight. 2nd down for Vegas after Redford was stopped at the line of scrimmage. Dump off Redford now, and look at the swarm doing it to the ball. Pickup of 3 yards to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, not a big fan of that play, Cam. Actually, you stop Redford's momentum. You don't throw him the ball while he is running. He actually has to stop, turn around, catch the ball, regather himself, and by that time, he's got a swarm of defenders literally on top of him.
4 receivers for Las Vegas. 3 to the left side, and again, some press coverage on the line for Atlanta. 10:25 to go in the first half. Handoff Redford, trying to be chased by a defensive lineman. That's never going to work out. Aquantis Shine makes the stop from behind, but a really smart play call there by the Fury.
It tells you how much they trust Redford and his speed. This is a blazing speed, Cam, when you can hand it off in the backfield like this, and this guy can do the stretch play on his own and get the first down.
That speed coming with just a little bit of a belly, Steven. That's what I like to tell people. That's how I run. You know, just a little bit of a belly.
We're all aware.
Getting it done. Hey, now, come on now, woo you mighty. That's incomplete. If Mighty's watching out there, basically called me fat on the way to the convention after I picked him up from the airport. But
and he still has a team, huh?
He still has a team.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you allowed him to win the championship twice.
Well, now,
how dare you?
Wait a minute. 2nd and 10 from midfield.
Only kidding.
Love you, Mighty. 4 receivers, and he didn't call me fat. 4 receivers, 3 to the left-hand side. Redford is behind Rahman on a 2nd and 10, and Robert Redford hitting the backfield and then stuck to the line of scrimmage. That's Shine again, but before Shine got there, Jose Fuentes, an underrated inside linebacker for this squad, was in the backfield, and that actually may have been Bushido Brown again.
Yeah, penetration into the backfield. Look, that's a lot to ask of your running back to break 2 tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Rahman with 4 wide, floats one, has Funk, who beat one-on-one coverage for a touchdown. Oh, when you get a look at this, Lee Pato gets owned in press coverage, Stephen. This was a beautiful route for Funk.
Yeah, and I need to take a look at this, Cam. I'm wondering if that was the fade route we've been waiting on, seeing this defensive coverage. It was ripe for one of those. Oh, he actually came back in and went back out, Cam, and fooled the defender, beat him one-on-one with pure speed.
Boy, that was a double move gone right for Las Vegas. You've been in this league a long time, Stephen. The double moves, it takes a while for plays to develop. It sometimes, especially against zone coverage, can be problematic, but man, what a time to pull it out right there, right in the slot.
There's risk and there are rewards, and clearly that was a reward play. But also, Cam, as you mentioned, a lot of sacks because that takes a long time to develop.
And they couldn't get to him there, and Las Vegas is off and running 17-3. They got it all going on here in the first half, trying to get to 4-3, which, of course, trying to get to 4-3 is like trying to be like everybody else, because it seems like everybody in this league right now is either 4-3 or 5-3. In fact, the 7th place team and the 15th place team are separated by 1 game right now, Stephen.
Yeah, the parity in this league is amazing.
1.5 games if you include Dallas and New Orleans, who are both 5-3 at the in the 6 and 5 spots respectively right now. This is Walker on the return. He'll only get out to the 20, tackle made by Dennis Charney. And we'll see what Dunhill can get done on this second possession. Right now, Rahman is 7 of 8, 111 yards, a touchdown, and no picks.
Yeah, maybe the best game I've ever seen him play. Really clean. And, you know, they went away from using Redford. You got to think up this much, they're going to start using the big fella to wind this clock. Although we're only 9 minutes into the at the 9-minute point in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's been another crazy one here so far. Dunhill back to throw from under center. Pass complete for a short pickup of 3 yards. That's Enoch Malcolm again with his second catch already tonight.
Well, Cam, coming into this game, the Las Vegas Fury had lost 4 of their last 6. And losing on the road has been an issue. I'm sorry, they're 3-3. What am I thinking? Never mind that, folks. Let's move on.
2nd and 7 at the 23. Hand off to Hollywood. BDG Hollywood nearly got a first down, but Max Jackson makes another stop just short of the sticks. 3rd down and 1. Interesting note, Boo Chisholm has not been targeted once. 4 total targets for the players to watch in the passing game for Atlanta, and 4 targets to some guys that we didn't really expect to get a lot of action tonight. 3rd down and 1. Hollywood, first down, breaks a tackle. Hollywood spin move, gets away from another. 1 man to beat, and oh, he almost was gone, but Atera forced him out of bounds. I thought he was going to tiptoe down the sideline.
Well, that's what we expected to see out of this veteran running back, 5th year in the league. This guy has been a beast for a long time, and he does it with a little bit of everything, Cam. The shoulder charge, the broken tackles, the spin move, he's got it all.
8:21 to go in the first half, and that was one of the best runs I've seen out of Chisholm this season. That was outstanding. Gets the ball to the Vegas 47-yard line. Split backs for Dunhill. Different look here for Atlanta, as once again Atlanta's also finding some offense here in the first half. Dunhill fires down the middle of the field, just a little bit beyond the outstretched hands of the fullback, Peyton Chisholm, who was running the seam. 8:03 left to go in the first half. Shout out to Denver, who is still undefeated, won 9-7 yesterday over Houston. Queen City is in action right now at 5-1. Mexico City is 6-2 after the loss. Baltimore 5-2. Those are your top 4 teams in the league right now. This is Dunhill on a check down to Hollywood. It took a long time for Hollywood to get going, and Max Jackson gets him around the ankles.
Yeah, now they're going to rely on Dunhill's arm to try and get this critical 3rd and 9, a score here. Makes it a 1-score game, gets them back, and gets them some momentum before they go into halftime.
Lloyd Graham, Xander Gold, Jose Fuentes, Nathan Spratt, some new faces chatting right now in our game, and one of 3 games on the SFL Network on YouTube right now is Chisholm gets his first catch on his first target, but short of the first down. Not the right time to call that, and it's 4th and 4.
Yeah, and that's the position Vegas wants to put Dunhill in, those critical 3rd and longs where he has a tendency to make mistakes. They're just relying a little bit too much on the receiver to try and get those yak yards, get past the first down marker, leading him out of bounds.
Vegas used to pinning their opponents deep. Atlanta's going to try to return the favor here. This punt going to bounce at the 7. It's got a chance down to the 1, and no more chance. I think it would have rolled into the end zone anyway. Tough break there for Atlanta, and their defense will come back out trying to defend 80 yards of turf, and Thomas Rahman on fire tonight back out there.
We talked about the Atlanta Swarm being a better team than their record. Vegas is as well, winning their first 2 games. Tough battles against Sioux Falls and Baltimore, losing against 2 of the toughest teams in the league in Tallahassee and Alaska.
Out of the gun, 3 wide to the left side. Ball right in the middle of the hash marks. Rahman going long, and Rahman's pass caught by Blades. Midfield, 40. John Blades, he could go. He will. 80 yards for the touchdown.
Cam, we mentioned at the beginning of this game, this tight coverage by Atlanta lends itself to get burned deep. And here, another double moves. This time, Blades fakes inside, comes back outside, and is wide open in the corner. And the defender jumps, but isn't able to get a paw on it. Wasn't even close. Blades with the speed and the score.
Over the head of Patrick Ketsa, and this game is turning ugly for Atlanta at home. This is definitely not, I don't think, what we expected coming in, as Vegas just a game and a half ahead of Atlanta in the standings, and Atlanta playing some of their best football last week in the first 3 quarters against Sioux Falls, and Atlanta is in a real hole here early as Rage trying to connect on an extra point. Bad snap, but limited pressure, and the kick is good, and the Fury are up 24-3 here on the road, trying to make a statement.
Okay, a surprising stat here for Atlanta. They have yet to win at home, which is unusual. Usually you love that home cooking. All their wins, both of them, 2, have come in away games, away against Carolina and away against Tulsa. So, you know, and they've got a heavy slate of home games to come. Vegas tonight. They've got a Dallas coming up in Week 11, and then St. Louis in Week 13.
This return from the goal line from Walker out to the 22. ScoreStream scoreboard update. Low-scoring game in St. Louis. San Francisco still up 7-3. Queen City just got a Pharaoh Reigns pick 6, and it's 17 to extra point pending in Vancouver, but Queen City on the board, 17-6 currently right now. 6:53 to go in our game in the first half. Dunhill got to shake it off. 9-12, 68 yards. He's down 3 scores. Can't get it all in one play. They're going to hand it off to Hollywood. There's a flag. That may be coming back, Stephen. Man, Atlanta just can't catch a break.
Yeah, and in their home stadium, too. You think that'd benefit them, but let's see what this call is.
And it is a hold. Who is it on? That's on the tight end, Wooding. Man, that's a tough call. Wooding with 1 catch, 20 yards in the first half, and man, can't do that at this stage of the game.
Well, let's not forget, Dunhill does have nearly 2,200 yards passing coming into this game. He is capable of having a monster game, and they're going to need him to do that, although I don't think they're going to give up on Hollywood just yet.
1st and 20 at the 12. With 2 receivers to the left. Dunhill going to try to get it all back at once and got 18 of it. Nice dart to Siege Falco. Anthony Wyo, who we're mentioning for the first time tonight, makes the stop.
Well, how do you eat a whale, Cam? You take little bites, and that's what Atlanta's going to need to do here. Take little bites out of this Fury lead, and it just goes one positive play at a time. Let's start to gather up these first downs and put together a nice series. Get us some momentum here.
I'd like you to tell me how you eat a whale at all. Where do you even begin? I'm going to have to call Rita for this. This could get ugly. Hollywood near a first down, but again, nice stop right at the sticks. That was Rahman Jr. and Wyo, I believe, combining for the stop. Jackson may have been in there as well. Hollywood running hard, almost 50 yards on 8 carries, but here we go, third down again for Atlanta.
Maybe send something deep here, try to surprise Vegas, although they're playing back.
Hollywood's off the right side. 7 in the box, they're going to hand off to Hollywood running right, and he keeps the legs moving for a first down. Vegas ran that play real nicely, a stretch off the short side, but first down anyway.
Typically, Cam, when you have a 3rd and inches, you want to run north-south. They apparently just didn't like the look that they had and decided to go outside, and Hollywood barely gets it, but he gets it.
Once again, Atlanta moving the ball here. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Dunhill got to get rid of it, and he just does. Smart play, Abner St. John from his linebacker position coming in hot. No gain.
Well, they sent somebody down deep on the post route there on the deep outs, wanted to do just a big strike there on first down, but that takes time to develop. And as you see there, Vegas's pressure on the quarterback, stellar.
4:51 to go in the first half. Still plenty of time left, but Atlanta has put themselves in the negative at the moment. 2 backs in the backfield, including Hollywood. Gets the carry, and St. John again makes the stop. Only a 1-yard pickup. And here's that 3rd down and long you've been preaching, Stephen.
Yeah, and that's the trouble is if you can't get Hollywood going, it's tough. It just makes everything tough around him, and it puts the onus on Dunhill to win this game.
4 receivers, 3 to the left for Dunhill. Just 5 in the box for Vegas. Gonna have to play it smart here. 4:23 to go in the first half. Dunhill fires short of the sticks again. That's gonna be another punt.
And Cam, this is something I struggled with personally when as I've been the offensive coordinator in Dallas for a long time, is one of the reasons why in Dallas for the last couple of seasons we went away from the running game, because if you get a negative or just a net nothing gain on a run, it just puts your passing offense in detrimental situations where 5-yard gain isn't enough.
Well, that's surprising considering that Zach Sandlin, I don't think, has had a negative rush for a month and is running quite hard. You know, what's interesting, Stephen, is that before the game started, we were thinking, all right, whoever can get their running back going the best is going to have the best chance to win this game. Hollywood has outrun Redford, and Vegas is pouring it on.
Yeah, I think what it is we're seeing this passing game has just really been very efficient. Thomas Rahman, again, I think having his best game that we've seen him play.
And off Redford, stretching it out east-west, and picked up 4. Rahman is 8 of 9, 191 yards. That's 21 yards per attempt. 2 touchdowns, Blades and Funk each with a bomb.
Yeah, and on 2 plays it really required the pocket to be as clean for as long as possible, because they had some really technical routes to run that took time to develop, and this line, this big ugly for Vegas, has been playing well.
Receivers to the left. This is a short stretch. Oh, great block there by Funk to spring the first down. That's your ever-scroll block of the game. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, Cam, look, these receivers are asked to be blockers here in the SFL, each and every one of them here. Just, I believe that's Blades. You can correct me. No, that's number 16 there. Brett Funk with the great block. And all you're asking him to do is not to hold the guy, but just to hold him up as long as possible.
1st and 10 at the 43, coming up on the 2-minute warning. That's the 11th carry for Redford for 49 yards in the first half. This is number 12. Redford gets lit up by Aquanta Shine. Ever Scroll by Movement blocks blue light to protect your eyes from digital screens. Don't hurt your eyes by checking out SFL Action. Protect them and see every movement or every moment by using the promo code SimulationFL at purchase from Movement.com. A portion of your purchase supports the SFL through our partnership. Movement premium watches, sunglasses, and accessories. 2nd and 8 at the 44 after the Redford 2-yard run. Back to pass. Rahman in trouble, and Rahman going to go down. Aquanta Shine coming off the edge.
Cam, I think Rahman had his eyes set on his receiver out there. I think it was Johnny Blades that he was just looking at the corner route on. and Blades just never could get enough separation, and so quarterback had to eat it.
That brings us to the Quip 2-minute warning. Your score, Vegas 24, Atlanta 3, but a lot of game left to play. Atlanta looking for a big stop here on 3rd down. Rahman, 3rd and 13, goes down for the sack. A quick start back from the 2-minute warning. Shaq Barrett makes the play. Back-to-back sacks for Atlanta, gets him off the field.
Yeah, but Cam, it was all about number 99. Joshua Williams goes untouched right towards the quarterback, misses him, but affects him just enough to allow the other defender, number 92, to come in and make the sack.
Yeah, great eye, Steven, there, because I missed that on first glance, but excellent job by Williams getting penetration and forcing a change of direction for Rahman. Quip Design delivers simple ways to keep your mouth healthy with time vibrations. Brush head refills for $5, refilled every 3 months. Covered for life with free shipping for life. Use the link posted in the chat or right there on your scroll bar, add scroll bar, and your purchase will help support the SFL through our partnership, Quip, a more wholesome clean. And you can actually now go to getquip.com/simulationfl and do the same thing. From the 15-yard line, not much on the return. Itera out there to make the stop, and with 1:11 to go, Steven, I feel like this is the most critical 71 seconds of this game and might be all night, because Atlanta really needs a score here.
And we're going to see the no-huddle offense undoubtedly here, and maybe that pace will be the key to unlock something here offensively. They just need to get some sort of win, even if it's a minor one.
Vegas will get the ball to start the second half, too. 1st and 10 of the 17. They're going to run to Hollywood. He got a block. What a block. Hollywood spin move. He's off to the races. Got another block at the end of that play, too. He's going to go. And boy, did Atlanta need that. What fantastic blocking at the second level.
Well, there's a reason why you pay the big man. It's for plays just like that. Throw out that 4.7 yards per carry average. The spin move is what sets him off here. And great blocking down the field, but as soon as he saw Green, boy, he put on the booster jets and was gone.
Man, he got 3 different blocks to come together for him. That was sensational, and Atlanta didn't need 71 seconds. They only needed 11 seconds. Think about that, Steven. He was, what'd they start at, the 18-yard line? Is that
yeah,
where
I believe so.
That's an 82-yard run in 11 seconds. Not too shabby from BDG, especially considering the first, 3 seconds of that play. He only went about 10 of those 82 yards. Extra point. Took a while to develop, but that's good. And it's 24-10. Atlanta right back in it. Need their defense to come up with a big stop here in the last 60.
Yeah, Cam, the last thing you want to do is give up any type of score here going into halftime, and then all that positive momentum that you build up is just wasted, and you've got a defeated team going into the locker room.
This will be Jackson on the return, as the kicker, Alex Kidd, boots it away from the 11. Jackson, 25, 30. Good coverage there from the swarm, only up to the 32-yard line. Matt Rage getting that leg warmed up just in case he's needed. They need, about 35 yards to get into field goal range.
And Cam, if I am Vegas, I am just running Redford. If he breaks one, great. If he doesn't, you go into halftime very comfortable knowing you're getting the ball back in the second half to start the second half. Excuse me.
I like that strategy, Steven. Hollywood now 10 carries, 127 yards and a touchdown in the first half. Hand off Redford. They go with it. He makes one miss. Breaks a tackle. Robert Redford near a first down. Got 9. And Vegas likes that. Going to go no huddle. Redford in the backfield. Atlanta switching their defense all around. Shine coming off that left side. Weak side. Oh, another whiff by Atlanta. And there goes Redford. Terrible play in the backfield for Atlanta. And Redford's going to score.
I can do anything you can do, is what Redford is saying, the natural. I call him the natural because everything comes natural to this guy, Cam. This guy is an absolute beast with power and speed. And here, as you mentioned, the defender just totally whiffs.
Horrible.
And it's kind of mayhem out there. No really great blocks. It's just a scramble, and Redford with the vision, able to find his way through traffic for the score.
God, that is a killer. They took almost the entire first half to get into the end zone, and then 2 plays later, Vegas wipes it all away. And, I mean, if you're Atlanta's offense, you got to be thinking, come on, man.
Right.
Like, we just got it going. But, hey, if they can score in 11 seconds once, they can do it again. And the extra point is good. And Vegas has dumped 30 in the first half. What is it about me being on the mic this week that teams are scoring over 30 in one half? Give me a break.
Right. Well, I'm certainly grateful for it, but I'm sure Atlanta isn't at this point. Yeah. But, look, that defender who just missed the wide open tackle, he's kicking himself. There could be some extracurriculars happening in this game, Cam, because there's a lot of frustration on the field.
Vancouver up 24-7. They're still putting it to Queen City in the first half as the Corsairs trying to get their legs under them. San Francisco leads St. Louis 14-13. This one is 31-10. And Walker, surprised he brought that out. What is the advantage there? Leads 6 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, these guys like to try and test it, try to see if maybe they can make a play. At this point, if you're Atlanta, you're just grabbing at straws, trying to figure out ways to get back into this game, but your defense not doing much to help you at this point.
25 seconds left. The Fury offense is all over it. Just 140 points scored this season, and they have 31 in this half. Handoff, Hollywood. Hollywood bounces off a tackler. Oh, man, I thought he was gone, Steven. Rahman may have saved a touchdown.
Wow, they run Hollywood outside, Cam. I don't know if that's his best route, his best way to run this guy. This is a north-south guy that likes to spin in the middle of the field, pushing him to the outside. We've seen it so many times. He has to break a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Last play of the half, just a simple, safe throw to Falco, and that's how it will all end in the second quarter for Atlanta. And Las Vegas putting on a show, 31-10. Robert Redford giving Las Vegas a shot in the arm just right there before the half. And Atlanta's got some work to do. 2K Sports Halftime Report stats and analysis is right now. And there are the numbers. 308 in the first half. Look out, Steven. They're coming after Dallas.
Bring it on. Bring it on. But you know what, Cam? I think, and sorry, my voice just went up like I'm going through puberty there, but I think, Cam, what we expected to happen is happening in this sense. These running backs are putting on a show. We're seeing these running backs have these long, extended runs, and they're grinding it out. But I don't think we expected to see this much from Vegas's passing game, and that's really been the difference. Those 2 long bombs for scores really broke this game open, and Atlanta's just going to have to find something else. They're going to have to dig really deep, look deep, I think, with Dunhill, take some chances down the field to get back into this one.
Yeah, Robert Redford got the bulk of the touches there at the end of the second half. Rahman still 8 of 9 for 191 yards. They've run it to Redford 14 times on the flip side. Marcus Dunhill's not had a bad night either, 12 of 15, just 96 yards and a pick. Hollywood with a $130 on 11 carries.
But the difference is also that Vegas's secondary is playing Atlanta very well, where on the other side of the field, the Swarm's defense is having trouble putting a cap on these receivers and letting them go deep downfield for scores.
Highlights roll on. Steven, we're just a little bit over the halfway mark, and I think we have a little bit of time to think about this since we're waiting for the second half to start. But who is your MVP right now this season?
Yeah, it has to be McChesney for Denver, just because anytime that you can go undefeated here in this league, that is a statement, especially when you have teams that typically go undefeated like Alaska and Tallahassee kind of struggling. And so I think if you're going to select an MVP, it's got to be at this point from the undefeated team, and that's McChesney.
Well, I can't really disagree. There's a lot of strong candidates out there. There's some defensive players that are playing out of their mind, and we've seen it. Everett Garrison comes to mind for Houston. It's too bad that they're 2-6 and they've lost a couple of nail biters because Garrison is having an unbelievable season. But just outstanding play around the league, and all of you in the chat room have had your moments, and we love being able to give them to you as we welcome you back into the Hive to start the third quarter of play. It was a tough half for Atlanta in the all blue, bright blue tonight. Vegas black helmets, white jerseys, yellow pants with the red and orangish yellow trim. We are ready. Jared, Steven, and Cam here with you on a gorgeous Monday night from Atlanta, and we are underway to start the second half. This is Jackson from the 8-yard line. Pretty nice kick there from Kidd. And Max Jackson is loose, and the kicker's going to slow him down, and they finally drag him down at midfield. What a play by Kidd.
And Cam, we know that Max Jackson's capable of making these kind of plays, but last year he would have broke that tackle. This season, struggling a little bit, not able to get away from the kicker, but still putting Vegas in great position as if they needed it.
You know, Sham would call him the Karate Kid if he was here. He's always got karate on the mind, right?
He sure does.
1st and 10 at the 49 of Atlanta. That is a terrible start for the Swarm here to start the second half when they're looking for some sort of positive momentum out of the eye. Rahman hasn't thrown in about half a quarter. Going to hand it off to Redford again. Redford lost the ball, and it's recovered by Atlanta. Shaq Barrett recovers the fumble. And I got to tell you, Steven, if he would have picked it up, he may have been able to go all the way. But who cares? They got the turnover.
Right, Qantas Shine causing this one to come out. Just a great hit on Redford. And look, it's a big fella. Number 92, he's not a wide receiver, Cam. He's probably got blocks for hands. He's been taught to get down on that ball.
And I actually want to not to disparage you, Steven, but just want to make sure I give the shout out to Jose Fuentes, who forced the fumble. But that's the other linebacker in there for Atlanta, and what a big turnover to start the third quarter. As Dunhill's going to throw quickly to Chisholm in the open, or to Hollywood in the open field. He only got 3, but I actually like that play.
Yeah, it actually puts their offense in better position than they've seen most of the night, Cam. And you're still using Hollywood, even though you're receiver. He's your best playmaker. You're going to have to get him involved either way to get back in this game.
Ashley Jackson saying the like button is slapped upon entry every night, and I love that. It's like a time clock. Punch in and punch out as Hollywood spins and gets 3. And you hit it on the head, Steven, in the first half. BDG Hollywood, man, in between the tackles, probably one of the most elusive running backs ever in the SFL.
Yeah, but I understand the philosophy behind running him to the outside. You can't pigeonhole yourself against these defenses who know you like to run inside. So you want to try to catch them by surprise, but you got to really ask yourself, is your player set up to do that right?
3rd and 4, Dunhill going empty, 3-step drop, needs to get out of his hands, and nobody. Looked like Chisholm again. He may have been more open looking for Jason Hunt, and the drive stalls. A 3-and-out, Steven, after a fumble.
Yeah, Cam, I think a little bit of pass interference possibly by Chuck Warshaw, the linebacker, number 50. I don't think he was going for the ball. He got in the way of the receiver and made him stutter step just ever so slightly, and that miscommunication caused, I believe, that incomplete pass.
Yeah, they may have missed one there, Steven. I'm with you on that. This ball going to bounce. Is that going to go out of bounds? Oh, it almost hit the pylon. Another tough bounce for Jenkins as that rolls into the end zone. And hey, shout out to Mike B, the announcer with the shout out. This is dope. Yeah, it is. Thanks for being here, bud.
Cam, something the returner could have done, and I saw some Green Bay's really good at this. If the returner would have stepped out of bounds and touched the ball while it was in the field of play, that's a penalty, and that would have been at the 40.
Man, first, I wonder if they got that. I wonder if that's in the SFL rulebook. that would be pretty deep in the rulebook. Hand off to Redford. Redford's in some trouble. Redford dragged down by Lee Pato. Really nice play there by Lee on the outside, rocking the old school one-bar face mask.
Yeah, Cam, in this day and age of all the CTE talk and all the protection and elite protection that our players have, to see an old one bar like that, it tells you everything you need to know about that player. He's old school.
Rahman has only passed the ball 9 times. They are just feeding Redford right now. Shine all over him, forcing a 3rd down and 12. And Steven, now it's up to the secondary, who has not had the greatest of nights. But Vegas content with playing around with this lead and making sure they don't do anything crazy.
Well, let's see if the Swarm have made any adjustments there to their secondary. They were playing up on that second and had it not, there was an opportunity there for Vegas to go deep if they wanted to. Now they're back in coverage. Looks like they've made some kind of adjustment.
Empty backfield, 5 wide. Don't see this often from Vegas. Rahman back to throw. Rahman in trouble. Atlanta brought everybody. 6 men on the blitz package there for the Swarm, and they get another sack.
Well, Cam, you know me. I love the 5 wide. That gives you so many options if you're a quarterback, but you got to have time to find these receivers. In Atlanta sent the house there on that play, giving Rahman no chance of getting that away.
You got to love the aggressiveness there for the Swarm. They go man coverage across the board on empty 5 wide, put some pressure on Rahman and get the sack, and Rahman still has only thrown the ball 9 times, as it'll be first down from midfield. That was Hunt back there returning punts, not Walker. Hopefully Walker's okay, but Walker's been back there all night long. We're seeing more press man this season, I think, than any other season, Stephen, as teams are really starting to see the advantages.
Right, and I think, you know, a lot of people are getting that idea from New Orleans. We saw them pull off a really great aggressive game earlier this season, using that type of really forceful defense, blitzes up on playing man as that short gain there. Oh, actually going to lose a yard there on the play.
Not much. St. John there again. He's been all over that left side.
Yeah, but Cam, you're absolutely right. And this may be what Atlanta needs defensively to get back into this game. Let's get aggressive. Let's see if we can cause some turnovers, which certainly Rahman has had his share.
Going to need points at some point. This window's going to close. 7:40 to go in the third. Atlanta definitely playing better here in this second half. On defense, Dunhill going long. Oh, wide open. Siege Falco to the 18-yard line. What a play. All alone back there.
Yeah, Cam, 2 defenders in the area, but nowhere close. And if Dunhill puts this out maybe just a little bit further, Falco doesn't have to go up and stop his momentum. That should have been a touchdown, but they'll take the big gain.
We'll see if that comes back to haunt the Swarm. I agree with you, Stephen. He was all alone running a corner out there. Chisholm's at the top of the screen being blanketed by Itera. Watch that matchup. He's got a lot of space outside. Hand off to Hollywood running right. Got 4 great blocks. Hollywood spins away from Anthony Wayo, and St. John comes all the way across the field to save the touchdown at the 7.
BDG, the king of the swing, the spin, Cam. He just knows exactly the right time to use that to get those extra 2 or 3 yards here at the end of the play, getting across that first down marker, getting them that much closer to the score.
We've seen some spin cycle backs in our day, but none are as efficient as Hollywood is in the open field, man. He is just electric. First and goal at the 7, same play. Hollywood spins back inside and runs into the big defensive end, Harley Stone, but still picked up 3 yards, 160 yards on 16 carries.
Well, Cam, talking about that spin, I remember a game that gave me nightmares. DR Sim spun a catch right in the middle of the field and went for a touchdown to beat us. And boy, that was one of those memories you'd want to forget.
Second and goal at the 4, 6:10 to go in the third. Atlanta needs a touchdown. Firing back in the end zone, got a touchdown. That's Wooding, and Atlanta's right back in it.
Yeah, Cam, an absolute dot by Dunhill. Great for this young man's confidence. Feeling a little bit under the weather tonight. Sending out our love to him, but a perfect play here by the tight end. Just finds the open space on the corner route and brings it in, but very careful to get those tippy toes in.
Are you saying we're about to have a Michael Jordan sick game situation going on here?
Hey, there's a lot of time left in this game. We've seen leads like this deteriorate, and they're playing at home. Although they haven't won at home yet, this could be the one.
Who's paying you to go run down the sidelines, get sideline reports too? I didn't think that was in the budget. Extra point is good for Atlanta, and it's 31-17 with 6:07 to go in the third. The Simulation Football League is sponsored by APM Music, Production Music Library, and Custom Music House. By Extraordinary Everest, heartfelt messages on the most extraordinary place on earth. By Bit Central and Fuel, transforming SFL media in 2019. And by Harry's, all you need for a close, comfortable shave. 6:07 left. Atlanta outscoring Vegas 7-0 here in the second half from the 10-yard line. This is Jackson, and Jackson is stuffed right at the 30. Got hit high, got hit low. And I know it sounds crazy, Steven, but I think Thomas Rama's going to have to go out there and start slinging the rock again, because Redford's slowing down just a bit on that on these last couple series.
That's right, Cam. You're absolutely right. You're not wrong. They need to keep the pedal to the floor here. They don't need to slow up and try to run this clock out at this point. Atlanta's got some steam. You got to try to get a long series here to race that clock, but they're going to have to throw the ball up there.
And Aquantis Shine just eating alive in the backfield. That's the 9th tackle. Look at Redford. You talked about some frustration on the field. Steven, he spikes that ball after that 1-yard loss. He's showing some frustration.
Yeah, and you're up. So that's surprising, especially considering the game that he has. So maybe see a little fire out of him. That would certainly help them secure this lead.
Nickel look for Atlanta. 3 receivers all to the short side left. Nobody on the right side. And that's where Redford's going. Redford wide open, but instead of check down to Corvetti. And look at Shine. 10th tackle for Shine. He's everywhere. Only a pickup of 5.
Well, this is a guy for a long time in Shine who has averaged triple-digit tackles every season. And that's a 12-game season, folks. So this is a guy that has been doing it for a long time and doing it well.
3rd down and 6 at the 34-yard line. 2 receivers either side for Rahman in the empty. Got sacked the last time. Rahman with some pressure. Rahman escapes only for a moment and then goes down. That's Joshua Williams applying the pressure, and that's the 3rd drive of the 3rd quarter. Vegas has come up with nothing.
And this Atlanta Swarm defense has come to play finally in this game. And you know what? It's all started, and I think it's starting to end here with Joshua Williams. Just the pressure that he is able to get on the quarterback has been terrific tonight. Led to that fumble, led to these 4th down to, basically turnover of possession. This guy has been playing lights out.
So another punt from McRack here for Vegas. This is shaping up to be a good second half. If Atlanta can keep things moving, they will start the next drive from the 22-yard line. The Simulation Football League is brought to you in part by Matt Doyle Designs, the official design partner of the SFL. By MediaTek Institute, visit mediatek.edu for diploma programs. Turn your passion into your profession. And by MeUndies, the world's most comfortable underwear for men and women. 4:52 to go in the 3rd quarter. Atlanta has trimmed a 3-score deficit down to 2 and has a chance to cut it to 1. Handoff, Hollywood running left. And Hollywood, just by the shoestring, goes down after a 3-yard pickup.
This defense is sending a lot of defenders on the line, Cam, up to the line, and they're anticipating the run, despite the fact they got burned on the last series deep.
Mike B, liked and subscribed. We appreciate that, but you can also be a player on the field just like everybody else in the chat room. Visit the description of our video, join our Discord channel, and get on the field either this upcoming week, which is the last week before rosters lock, or in the rookie draft and for our summer season. It's going to be exciting. Ashley Jackson, just to give you an idea, Ashley Jackson is the quarterback for Tulsa. Joshua Williams is the defensive end out here. Siege Falco's a wide receiver tonight. Jamal Wooding's the tight end for Atlanta. Atlanta really doing a great job in the chat tonight. Dunhill stepping up on a 3rd down and 8. Dunhill all kinds of time. He's in trouble. Gotta get rid of that. And the pressure forces a 3 and out. That was Tom Van Allen in the slot getting the sack.
And Cam, that's 3rd and long. We know those situations are not good ones necessarily for Dunhill tonight. And he was just holding the ball as long as he could, waiting for someone to get open, and no one did.
That was tough. I mean, he was right in his line of vision, just coming right at him. And Dunhill just couldn't find anybody open. Couldn't see all the routes down the field, but I'm sure they were blanketed. Fair catch called for by Jackson at the 46-yard line. So Vegas going to be set up with their, I can't even say their best field position after the Jackson kickoff return to start the half, but very good field position here with 3:13 to go. A lot of pressure on this Atlanta defense here.
Yeah, that's totally right, and an opportunity for Vegas to possibly put away this game.
All right, 4 wide for Rahman. 9 of 10 for 196 yards. Dunhill's thrown 19 times. 4 wide, handoff, Redford on 1st and 10, and Robert Redford stuffed again. That's Jose Fuentes. These linebackers are giving it to Redford, now under 7 yards a carry after a really strong start.
Yeah, and are we sure that Fuentes is not a twin of Aquanta Shine? They are both 6'5". One's 248, one's 246, which basically is a McChicken sandwich apart from each other. They look exactly the same.
2nd and 10, handoff, Redford sheds one tackler and could not get away from the second. That's Fuentes. Pickup of only 5 to force another 3rd down.
Yeah, Cam, and they're just keyed up. You know, these linebackers have stepped up to the challenge here in the second half, and they are keyed up on Hollywood. This is a time where, again, on Redford, this is a time where you're putting in Rahman's hands, who's been very good tonight.
Press coverage at the line, Redford running away, and Redford won't get there. Now, in the first half, we saw him run away from that defensive end, but this time, Aaron Lee does not miss. 4th down.
Yeah, and maybe there was some kind of tell, Cam, that Atlanta recognized that they were going to go to the outside again with Redford. And that's the only thing I can think of because there was 4 defenders there to stop him.
Nick Rackard is trying to pin him deep. Atlanta has not done well starting inside their own 20 tonight. Outside of the one run from Hollywood that went for a score. This punt will bounce at the 9 and go out of bounds at the 5. Hang time of 4.7, Stephen. What a kick.
Yeah, and that's what you get when you invest this heavily on special teams. You know, it's a game of field position. People often say that is how New England Patriots have been so successful. They play that field position game, and Vegas clearly, with their investment on special teams, want to play that same game.
1:39 to go in the 3rd quarter. Vegas' defense shifting all over the place. They have 8 in the box right now, and they're showing pressure. And they hand it off to Hollywood, does Atlanta, and Atlanta picks up 8 yards on the run. That was a gutsy call there for the Swarm, and Hollywood finds his way.
Yeah, let's just let Hollywood win this one for you. Let's just let him go right down the middle of that defense, gash a couple of these guys, and run it in from, what is this, nearly 85, 86, 87 yards. Let's do that.
2 receivers off the left side. Look at Vegas again, man. They are trying to make Dunhill win this game. 9 in the box for Vegas. Back to pass Dunhill, out to Chisholm. 1st down to the 16-yard line. Got it out quick.
And Cam, do you think maybe that Dunhill's seeing ghost a little bit out there, you know, trying to get rid of these balls quicker? He's been hit a lot tonight and been put in some real awkward situations on 3rd down. Maybe he's not as quick to go downfield, not looking to get hit.
Yeah, I definitely don't think double moves are in the cards for and look at the corner there. Look at 42 Rahman on the line of scrimmage. He drops back into shallow coverage, deep ball that direction. It's caught by Falco. Falco to the 43-yard line. Jackson couldn't get over there fast enough. That was very interesting, Steven. They brought the corner into the box and ends up costing them.
Yeah, Cam, and if Marcus Dunhill is going to get these kind of looks, he will try and gamble every single time. 50-50 ball. Anybody can come up with it. Atlanta's receiver is the one that does.
That actually, I got to give Max Jackson and the Vegas defense some credit. That was actually really great coverage. What a ball, and a great catch by Falco, who now is over 100 yards on 6 catches. 20 seconds to go in the 3rd, 1st and 10 of the 43. Dunhill going long again down the middle. Caught by Falco in double coverage. He gets sandwiched by Jackson and Rahman, and Siege Falco is taken over the 3rd.
Cam, how many times have we seen this over and over again? One great play can spark another. Back-to-back, attacking the same zone.
End of the 3rd quarter of play, and things are getting interesting in Hotlanta. Vegas up 31-17, but don't go anywhere. This is the SFL on YouTube. Alongside Jared Willis on Live Stats, Stephen Mullinex providing our analysis tonight. I am your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine, and this is heating up in the 4th quarter. 31-17, trips off the right side, Dunhill back to throw. Gets it out of his hands to Hollywood, has to make 3 people miss, and he nearly did. Only tackled by one of them, pick up a 4.
And Cam, there doesn't need to be any kind of rush here by Atlanta. Still got plenty of time to get back into this game, make it a one-score game if they can get in the end zone, and they're back in this ball game.
And this has not been, Atlanta has not been a second-half team historically. They usually come out, firing in the first half. This could be some serious redemption here for Marcus Dunhill in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 6 at the 34. Dunhill floats one up in the air, knocked away, liked the idea, almost squeezed it in there. Warsaw dropping deep back in coverage, swats it down, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that ball appeared to be going slower as it was going farther, Cam, and allowing that defender to get a hand on it. But you're right, if he was able to loft that one just maybe a centimeter or two higher, that could be a big gain down the middle of the field.
10:24 to go. This is a big 3rd down and 6. Can't take a sack either at the Vegas 34-yard line. Atlanta needs some points. Dunhill changing the play at the line. Dunhill going to throw it outside. Falco, turn the corner. He does. Past the 25 down to the 19-yard line. Perfectly executed, and Dunhill's getting the ball out of his hands much faster in the second half.
And Cam, it was the placement of the ball by the quarterback Dunhill. He makes his receiver come back, which allows him to regain his momentum and go up the field. If not, he might have went out of bounds.
Beautiful throw from Dunhill. He's now 21 of 25 for 204 yards, a touchdown in that pick. But that interception came on the first throw of the game. Since then, Marcus Dunhill's been outstanding. 1st and 10 to the 19-yard line. Hollywood is off the right side. They're going to run it that direction. BDG Hollywood past the 15 down to the 11-yard line. Good block down the field, but Falco couldn't hold it. 8-yard gain for BDG Hollywood.
Well, that's a touchdown if 17 Falco's able to hold that block for just a second longer. But that's Max Jackson, who actually meets him and bumps him right in the chest and gets free and stops Hollywood in his tracks.
9:48 to go in the fourth. 2nd and 2 at the 11. Atlanta driving again. They have shut out the Fury in the second half after giving up 31 in the first. Handoff, Hollywood coming left. BDG Hollywood's got a touchdown, and Atlanta's on the comeback trail.
And Cam, there's a late flag there, I think, for tackling him in the end zone. It's not matter really here. The score's going to count. And they go to the outside again. And this time, Hollywood proves us all wrong. Has the Jets to get past everyone. Just great blocking and a great rushing lane.
And you called it, Stephen, earlier in the game. You said this one has the chance to get chippy. Both of these teams really want and need this game, particularly Atlanta, to stay in the playoff conversation. And it's getting a little heated out there, especially now that Atlanta is coming back.
Yeah, and they're using a great combination of Dunhill, who's been super efficient. Let me remind you, this guy coming into the game, worst completion percentage in the league at 58%. Tonight, he's been near perfect.
Completing 88% of his passes. The field goal, the extra point rather, is good. And we have taken a 21-point game into a 7-point game. And I can't stress this enough, Stephen. You get a touch, you're down 24-3. You finally get a touchdown. 2 plays later, Vegas rips your heart out. What a halftime speech it must have been in that Atlanta locker room, because they didn't let that affect them one bit.
And let's remember, Vegas got up in this game because of Thomas Rahman's arm and those deep passing plays, which we have not seen here in the second half.
Jackson on the return, gets it only to the 29, can't even reach the 30. It's time for another ScoreStream scoreboard update. Download the ScoreStream app for up to the minute scores around the SFL. Vancouver 30, Queen City 10 in the fourth quarter. The Legion just balling at home tonight. San Francisco leads St. Louis 21-13 in a tight game in the fourth, and it's a one-score game here too. 1st and 10 at the 29 out of the eye for Rahman. Rahman going to hand it off to Redford. Robert Redford tackled from behind by a Qantas Shine. He has 11 solo tackles, a pickup of just 4.
And Cam, this might not be the strategy that Vegas needs to employ. Surely Redford's been big in this game, but I think, as you mentioned, they're going to need Rahman to make a few plays here to secure this lead and the win. 9:06
to go, fourth quarter. The 3-3 Fury, the 2-5 Swarm really making some noise here tonight on Monday Night Football. Rahman, three-step drop, gets it out of his hands. Wide open, Redford in the flat. Redford trucks over a defender. That was Pato, but then Fuentes and the rest of the swarm, there's about 7 of them on the screen right now, makes the play.
Yeah, Redford doing it. Look, there was nobody around him out in the flat, and Pato comes out of nowhere, and Redford's ready for him. Gets across the first down marker. Great job there, just by Rahman recognizing Redford being open. We've seen Redford open, plenty of times tonight, Cam, and Rahman hadn't found him.
Fuentes eventually made that tackle out of the gun for Rahman on 1st and 10. And Rahman fires a long rope across the field, caught by Blades on the sideline of the Swarm 44. And this is the first signs of life in this Vegas offense in this half.
Yeah, Cam, and this is typically the kind of deep outs play that will get challenged. Did he get at least 1 foot in? You know, get out your magic 8 balls. Yeah. It's anybody's guess when it comes to these referees, but it looks like it's, and there's a challenge.
Look at that, man. You have been on point tonight, Steve. You're under the weather? Golly, I'd hate to see you 100% healthy. My goodness. Marcus Dunhill not playing too shabby for being under the weather either. Yeah. Let's check the Harry's close shave, close call challenge. And it looked initially like he was in. I think he's in, Steven, but like you said, magic 8 ball.
Who knows? Shake, 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 and see what the answer is.
After review, the pass has been ruled.
And Atlanta wins the challenge. John Bond can't believe it. Atlanta's not charged a timeout. And what a big play there for the Swarm, because now it sets up, I don't want to say it incorrectly, a 2nd down and 10 instead of a 1st down in Atlanta territory.
Yeah, that's a blessing that it was on 1st down, but I think SFL coaches know you cannot leave the outcome of the game in the referee's hands. They'll bite you at times.
Same formation. They may just want to run the same play again. Rahman, pump fake, and he goes down. Williams with another sack. It'll be 3rd and long when we come back from replay.
Yeah, Cam, that's the danger of running back-to-back plays like that. Just this defense keyed up for it, and just again, the man we've been talking about all night, Joshua Williams, able to get past his blocker, able to use that swim move and get to the quarterback.
3rd down and 18 with 8:02 to play in the 4th. Empty backfield. Atlanta can't give this one up. Rahman back to pass. Rahman going long, wide open. Blades burns the corner. You cannot allow that to happen.
Yeah, Cam, that is just speed right there. Blades able to get tremendous separation from the defender. Just had to turn around. The corner there had to turn around, and by that time, Blades is already 6 or 7 yards down the field. Wow.
I mean, he was on an island out there.
How do you give that up on 3rd and long?
Yeah.
How do you give that up?
I don't know. That's a heartbreaker right there. Atlanta needs a stand at their own 42-yard line, down 1 score. This defense was playing out of their mind in the 2nd half, and Redford gets nothing on that run. Aaron Lee and Williams combined to make the stop.
Cam, going back to Rahman again, this is one of the best games we have ever seen him play here in prime time. Super efficient, despite the fact I think Joshua Williams is playing out of his mind right now.
7:06 to go. The stats really don't do him justice, what he's been able to do to Rahman in this game. Rahman back to pass, 4-man rush, all kinds of time to throw, checks it down the slot, first down. Really calm throw there to Corbetti, and Vegas is in Matt Rage's field goal range.
Well, I love that play. You know, usually I don't like the pass to be in front of the 1st down marker, but there just allowed the receiver to catch the ball and fall forward, getting past the marker. Really nice play.
Empty backfield, 4 wide. Vegas looking for their first points of the 2nd half after putting up 31 in the 1st. Nickel look for Atlanta. They bring 4. Rahman short over the middle. Again, open. Shine makes the tackle. They rule him just shy of the 1st down. But how about these slot receivers for Las Vegas stepping up big? They have 6 catches for 55 yards tonight.
Can we see the best passing offenses in the SFL being able to operate like this, sending all their quote-unquote star receivers to the outside deep, and then finding those underneath routes on those roll plays.
6 minutes to go. Handoff Redford. Redford got away, and Redford got away from a second. Gets inside the 10-yard line for a 1st and goal. Las Vegas trying to answer back.
And once again, we see how the passing game affects the running game. You get some deep passes completing against this Atlanta secondary, which is stellar. They start to play back, and that opens up things for a guy like Redford, the natural.
Boy, it's getting tense here in the Hive. Atlanta needs this badly, dug themselves a hole from the get-go. First play of the game was an interception, but Dunhill's been on fire since. His defense been playing out of their mind, but Vegas starting to wear him down. Empty backfield for Rahman, who's 15 of, I think, 17 passing here tonight with 2 touchdowns, no picks. Rahman checked down, nobody else was open, and a nice open field tackle there by Brown. Second and goal at the 6 coming up.
Cam, the quarterback play tonight has been really efficient. They've limited to just 1 turnover on both sides. And, you know, that's not the reason why one team will lose over the other. The play under center has been terrific.
Second and goal at the 6. Rahman changing the play. He's got Funk bottom of the screen, Blades top of the screen, out of the eye. 5:08 to go, down to 10 on the play clock. And he's changing the play again. I've never seen a double audible like that. He's going to throw it, and he's got Blades wide open to the outside, but he can't get in the end zone because he ran out of room. Have you ever seen a double audible like that, Steven?
I don't think so, but I see why he did it.
Yeah.
That was wide open to Blades. Unfortunately, he had a deep drop instead of a short drop. If he would have just, you know, walked back and threw that one, that's a touchdown.
And he must have just, right at the last second, said, no, change my mind. Let's do this. 2 in the backfield, 2 receivers. Atlanta needs a stop. 3rd and goal from the 3. Handoff Redford. Redford made a man miss. He will not get in the end zone. That could be huge down the stretch, Steven. As you know, inside 5 minutes, you're down a touchdown. You'll kick an onside kick. But if you're only down a field goal, you won't. That's a big stop there.
Yeah, I agree. But it might be enough, Cam, for Vegas to go ahead and go up here with this extra field goal. That could put this one away, especially if Atlanta's not able to take advantage and they let Redford salt away this clock.
There's a chip shot, 18-yarder for Rage. Need a block, bad snap, and just couldn't get there. Boy, that was an opportunity for them to get a block, and at that very moment, you say, man, I wish we had Merrick Itera on our team.
That, Cam, and also, you know, they've made so much investment in that special teams unit, but not in the long snapper, not in the holder. And you know what? That could be future things that are addressed, but that connection is so important, Cam. And you can have the greatest kick in the world, but if the long snapper and the holder can't get their stuff together, you know, it's not going to do you much good.
1 yard deep in the end zone. Walker going to bring it out, beats his up man, who's blocking for him, gets to the 24. Still not a bad return. You know what time it is, right, Steven? It's Jamal Wooding time. This guy in the 4th quarter, late in games when Atlanta's trying to get into it, just manages to get wide open. He's been pretty quiet tonight. 2 catches, 24 yards. He'd be the one I'm looking out for.
Yeah, and look for him in the middle of the field with, you know, Siege Falco and Boo Chisholm on the outsides, maybe opening something up there in the middle of this Vegas secondary.
They go empty 5 wide to start the drive. 4:17 to go. Dunhill got to get it away quick. He does! The pass is caught by Falco. The 44-yard line, gain of 20.
Cam, a perfect lobbed pass. Not too much strength, just a lot of touch right through the keyhole.
4:03 to go. Dunhill throws it again, but Hollywood had to come back for it. No gain.
Yeah, Cam, that just allows you to reset. They like this set here. They're going to continue 5 wide.
That was actually Malcolm on that last catch. Dunhill, and Trevo goes down. St. John brought the pressure.
Cam, you don't need to get all 16 here. Just get 8. This is 4th down territory.
3rd down and long for Dunhill. Got to get rid of it. Had a good pocket. Falco intercepted by Max Jackson. He was double covered, and that may be all she wrote. What a play by the Vegas defense.
And just a mental mistake, a rare one here by Dunhill, trying to get all the yards, all 16 on the corner route. What happened, Cam, is Falco ran out of field and was forced to go up the sidelines. That mistimed the pass and allowed Jackson to get in front of it.
Oh, man, they're really up against it now. 3 timeouts still in their pocket, but 3:32 to go. And that sack really stung them. They have not been strong on 3rd and long all night. Rahman gonna hand it off to Redford. Oh, we lost the ball! It's recovered by Atlanta! Unbelievable! Ruckus recovers the fumble, and Fuentes forced another one.
Yeah, the second of this game on Redford, and what a time to do it, too. They needed this desperately. It looked like the game was sealed. And boy, the big play on number 98. Again, Cam, another opportunity. Maybe if the defender would have picked that up, could have run it in for a touchdown.
I think that's the first time in league history that a player in one game has had 2 forced fumbles. I don't think I've ever seen that. And Atlanta's right back in it at the Vegas 37-yard line.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Atlanta showing some serious heart here. 4 wide for Dunhill. Got to be smart. Dunhill going long, and it's caught! That's the tight end Wooding at the 16-yard line.
And they like this setup, Cam. They're looking for them to go right back to Wooding again for the touchdown.
3:14 and still all 3 timeouts. Dunhill to throw over the middle, drop. Not actually the worst drop in the world.
No, exactly. Stops the clock, allows you to get a fresh play in there, something. Again, I don't want Dunhill to necessarily be looking end zone here on 2nd and 10, but we know that he's a gambler. That cost him in the last series, but maybe he's trying to ride this positive momentum wave.
Oh my goodness, 3:10 to go in the 4th quarter, 2nd down. Hollywood's in the backfield. First time in the last couple of minutes we've seen that. See if they try to swoop in with a run here. Nope, Dunhill gonna throw. Dunhill out to Hollywood in the open field. Hollywood made a man miss, but spun back inside, 3rd and long.
Yeah, that unusual ability there to make the man miss on the spin move, just amazing by Hollywood.
Wooding's off the left side of the line. 3rd down and 7. Dunhill 3-step drop, fires, caught, touchdown, Siege Falco. Unbelievable, it's a 4-point game.
And Cam, they run the all slants here, and Dunhill has a buffet of receivers that he can go to. There are plenty of receivers open. He just puts the ball in between 2, the receiver Falco and number 86, the tight end Wooding, and one of them comes away with it.
Now down a field goal, assuming they make the extra point, which is critical. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, Stephen. I don't think you kick the onside kick.
And Cam, what mentally is going on in Redford's head right now? Fumbling that ball away, allowing them to get back into this game.
This is an extra point for Atlanta. Almost blocked, but the kick is good. That may have been Itera flying through there. 34-31. Atlanta, no quit whatsoever. Jose Fuentes might be the player of the game, and Steven, they are going to onside kick. I'm really surprised, honestly.
Yeah, Cam, I don't like this. Not a very high percentage of these work out, but let's see.
Onside kick for Kidd, and it's loose! And then they got it! They got it at the 42-yard line! Unbelievable!
Well, shut your mouth, Cam. We don't know what we're talking about here. Atlanta feeling all the momentum, feeling they got to put it on the line right now. They don't want to give the ball back to Redford and this powerful running attack. And the way that Rahman's been playing, do you doubt him?
That was Itera. He dropped it. It hit him in the hands.
And he's paid extra out there.
He tried to get fancy with it, Steven. He was like trying to do an Odell Beckham catch, and oh, jeez. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Hand off to Hollywood, and Hollywood picks up 5.
And they are just continuing to ride this wave, Cam. And the clock is ticking, but they have time. They don't need to rush here. They just need to be do what got them here.
And can you imagine what's going through Vegas's mind? They have once before given up a 20-plus point lead on the road at Alaska, and they are in danger of doing it again right now. 2nd and 5. They're going to hand it off to Hollywood again, and he got stuffed.
Oof.
Man, I'm surprised, Steven, with the way that Dunhill's been playing. Golly, just keep letting it rip.
I agree with you, Cam. He has proven his doubters wrong tonight. Despite him being a little under the weather, he has played like a man possessed here in the 4th quarter.
Marcus Dunhill and the Swarm trying to charge back and potentially save the season. It's 3rd down, 2-minute warning by Quip. would be one of the largest comebacks in almost 900 games in league history, but they still have to complete it. 3rd down and 6 of the 46. Dunhill fires. It's almost intercepted by Wyo, and they have to go for it on 4th down here. They still have all 3 timeouts.
Well, vision's still an issue here with Dunhill. He had 2 more wide open receivers on the outside, but just fixated on the middle, and there was nothing but white jerseys there. I'm not exactly sure what Dunhill was seeing.
Yeah, Wyo played that outstanding.
Yeah.
And this Vegas defense not used to giving up 30-plus points. It's a pretty stout secondary. And with Itera, especially with Itera and Jackson. But this is it right here, 4th and 6. Vegas showing press at the line. They may try to bring some pressure here. Hollywood's in the backfield, and Dunhill going to throw. Dunhill steps up, hit as he threw. Oh, it's caught! Unbelievable throw! I've said it about 3 times tonight, but it's the only word to describe this insanity.
Cam, the word for me is clutch. Marcus Dunhill on 4th down, getting hit in the abdomen, able to get that ball away and loft it to his open receiver. Wow.
3 wide on the 26-yard line with a minute and a half to go. They hand it off to Hollywood, and he's crushed in the backfield, a loss of 1. Don't mind the call. Atlanta is at least able to force overtime in field goal range at the moment.
Right. They are trying to make sure that there's no time left on the clock for Vegas to possibly win this if they do make a field goal.
Empty backfield now, 5 wide. Again, it's huge. He does not take a sack here and get them out of field goal range. Dunhill to throw. Great pocket. Pass caught at the 11. What a dart to Boo Chisholm, who has stepped up major here in this 4th quarter now with 4 catches. 52 seconds to go. Dunhill back to throw. He's in trouble. Dunhill going to go down for a sack at the 21-yard line.
And this all slants play again this time. Just not enough time for Dunhill to find his open receiver.
That was Fats Johnson on the sack. 35 seconds to go. Dunhill got to get rid of it. Checks it down. It's dropped. Oy, 3rd and 18. And if I'm Atlanta right now, I'm saying, Marcus, whatever you do, do not throw a pick. Don't try to force it. If it's not a touchdown, it's okay. We'll take it to OT, but please don't throw a pick.
But Cam, this is not this guy's style. This guy is a gambler. And I expect him to look in the end zone despite it being in field goal range at 3rd and 18.
Empty backfield, 5 wide again. On the 20, Dunhill needs the 1.5-yard line for a 1st down. Going for it. Oh! Touchdown, Siege Falco!
Unbelievable, Cam. This is just, what a comeback by Dunhill. Ice in his veins. I told you, this guy doesn't play it safe. And you see the reason. I was about to call it. That corner route looks open with that coverage. Falco goes up and, man, maybe makes his easiest catch of the night, and it's the biggest one of the night.
But left 29 seconds on the clock. But I tell you what, I loved what Atlanta did. They didn't use any of their timeouts. So they have kept those close to the vest, but are now in position to make one of the most insane comebacks just really in sports history. I mean, Atlanta dead to rights on that final play of the 1st half. It looked like there was no way this defense was stopping Alaska tonight, and they have held them to 3 points in the 2nd half.
And this has been an amazing 4th quarter on both sides of the ball for Atlanta. Able to get back into this game. Improbable. Think about the 4th down conversion. Think about the onside kick, what it took for them to get here.
The onside kick was crazy. The fact that it hit Itera in the hand, the fact that that was him, that's the guy you want out there. This is Jackson from the 10-yard line, and Jackson destroyed at the 26. All momentum right now with Atlanta.
And Vegas, from Vegas, a field goal wouldn't do you no good. You've got your 3 timeouts, 25 seconds. Stay to the sidelines, look long and deep, hope for something out there, but you got to get in the end zone. Boy, there's not much time on the clock, Cam.
25 seconds. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts. Offside, free play. Rahman going deep. It is caught, and he beat 2 defenders down the sideline to the 34-yard line.
Unbelievable. We talked about clutch on the other side of the field. Well, Rahman, we've talked about him having the best game of his career, I think, tonight that we've seen anyway. And Cam delivers an absolute dart in between two defenders.
Oh, my. Lamar Page, Sultan, Siege, I'm having problems. Sam the Man, so many of SFL Nation tuning into this great finish.
Wow.
What a play by Funk. Great camera angle.
And just a perfect pass, really threading the needle between two Atlanta defenders. Dangerous, but effective.
And because of the penalty, Steven, Vegas does not have to burn a timeout.
Clock, though, I still think is in Atlanta's favor. Vegas has got to get in the end zone.
Yeah, they have to get a touchdown. Field goal will do them no good. 19 seconds to go. Rahman has Redford wide open, but he goes long. Caught by Blades! And the tackle made at the 4-yard line with 13 seconds left.
Cam, 2 passing plays, and we're at the Atlanta 4-yard line. Can you believe it?
And they ran the corner route again. The corner has been killing both teams tonight.
Yeah, Cam, and just one-on-one, and this quarterback, Rahman, trusting his receiver to come down with the ball. Perfect ball placement. Clutch on both sides of the ball here, these quarterbacks.
And how about the tackle to save the touchdown? Now with 2 timeouts, any play is open to the playbook. They're going to run to Redford. Redford inside the 5, down to the 2. They're going to call another timeout. Oh, man. Atlanta's going to have to, they're just going to have to reach in deep here.
Yeah, I actually had an opportunity to bring him down in the backfield, but just missed him, and then Redford did a good job of getting the yards that he did. Boy, 9 seconds left. It gets no better than this.
Man, Blades is at the top of the screen, Funk at the bottom. They're going empty on 2nd and goal from the 2. Press coverage. Now Rahman changing the play. Remember last time he audibled in the red zone, he threw to Blades on an out route. Let's see what Rahman does here. Back to pass. Rahman going corner of the end zone. He's out of bounds. He's out of bounds. John Blades with 5 seconds left could have had it, and he was out of bounds.
Well, both players misplayed this ball. Blades went too far. The defender was way out of position. Either one of them make an adjustment. Maybe that's the end of this game.
Wow, 3rd and goal. They maybe can get 2 more plays off. They do have 1 timeout in their pocket. 4 receivers for Rahman. There's only 4 on the line. This could be a run here. And they are going to run it to Redford. And Redford is stopped at the goal line with 2 seconds left. That was Aaron Lee with the tackle of the year.
And Cam, these two have been butting heads all game. Well, does it really surprise you that it comes down to those two leaving 2 seconds on the clock? 4th and goal. This one is for the game.
Steven, this could be this could be a top 10 game in league history. This is unbelievable.
Suddenly, I don't feel sick anymore.
The crowd is rising here at the Hive. What a play, what a game. 4th and goal at the 1 for the football game. Rahman is going to operate from the shotgun. Waiting, 7. The intensity is killing me. Rahman runs the play clock all the way down. He's going to throw, and it is a knockdown. Atlanta has won the ball game. Oh, I can't believe it.
Cam, looking for Redford in the end zone. Just a terrific play by the defender. Had no chance of completing that pass. Atlanta, what a comeback.
Patrick Ketsa, who got burned on the corner route but saved the touchdown the first time, saves the touchdown on the final play of the game. And Atlanta forces 2 second-half Robert Redford fumbles, recovers an onside kick, scores 28 points, and holds Vegas to 3 for the dub.
An absolute clinic of never giving up, Cam. Atlanta just never gave up, even when they had hope in that first half and Atlanta came back and smacked them in the mouth before halftime. They just never seemed to give up the ghost and always believed they had a chance. And boy, what a great game both of these quarterbacks, both of these running backs played. And the defenses surprisingly had their faults, but they also made some spectacular plays.
Oh my. That was incredible. This is what we live for, Stephen. This is why we're here. That was unbelievable. One of the greatest football games I've ever seen.
Somebody give me a cup of coffee and a cigarette. That was crazy.
And I didn't think anything could get more wild than last night. Golly.
Well, look, you know what? You got to feel really good for Atlanta coming in 2-5. Haven't won a home game yet. Need to do that in order to get themselves back into some type of playoff talk or contention. Able to come away with this victory. I hope it sparks their momentum in every game except the one coming up against Dallas, but it sparks them into a winning streak. And for Vegas, you did everything right tonight, and then I think you just ran into a bit of a buzzsaw in a road game. I don't think you can take too much out of this outside of the fact that Rahman had one of his best games ever.
And how about, Stephen, all these teams that really needed a win? We'll get to that in a moment. First, the extraordinary Everest player of the game. Who does it go to? Siege Falco, 11 catches, 190 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I'd be inclined to give it to Marcus Dunhill, too. 30 of 35, 328 yards, a guy that completes 58% of his passes, completes 91 of his passes tonight. Unbelievable.
Don't forget about Joshua Williams, the defensive tackle. I think he had a breakout game tonight. And without that pressure, on Redford and on Rahman, I don't think they get back into this game like they did.
Carolina gets a W this week. Vancouver gets a W this week. Atlanta gets a W this week. Sioux Falls wins this week. So many teams that desperately needed wins are back in the thick of the playoff picture. And that is how you cap off Week 8. For Jared Willis, Stephen Mullinex, I am Cameron Irvine, and this has been the Simulation Football League on YouTube. Good night.
What a game.